What up, gang? So I've been working on these scalpels, and you can get yourself one at HMK.com, hotmetalknives.com, and is where we're at. They're looking pretty good. I ran out of those pocket clips, so there's more arriving, and I ran out of those blue beads, so there's more of those arriving as well, so I can basically get those finished. That's what the kind of whole product looks like. So you can, attach it to your pocket, attach it to some webbing, attach it to whatever, using this style pocket clip. You can also remove it if you want to, which is nice if you're wearing it under a shirt. Then you got the necklace. This is a really tough lock. It doesn't come off very easily. It doesn't come undone very easily. And then, like that. Pretty neat. I'm very pleased with this design, very pleased with this product. It took me a few years to design it, iterate it, and turn it into like a design that I actually sell, where it's pretty much, it's like borderline manufactured, except it's mostly handmade. And my goal is to basically just focus on this design, keep selling them, and then get to a point where I'm going to be making like a Mora version with a plastic injection molded handle, plastic injection molded sheath that is like not as custom, not as handmade as this product. And then I can sell it at much lower prices and sell it to stores more easily and stuff like that. And go for like a mass manufacturing of the design. And then, of course, eventually reach out to some companies that would like to do it. Cold Steel, CRKT, these guys. So there it is, boys and girls. That's a lot of scalpels. It's EDC V2. Carbon steel. The V4 model, the one that's sort of in design process, it's going to be out of a stainless steel. What was it called? 12C28N, something like that, or 12N28C. I don't remember the name, or 14N28C. I don't remember what exactly the name of it, but it's basically a stainless spring steel with decent edge retention. I think it's perfect for this design. You got to remember, it's a wrapped handle, so you can't have too brittle of a steel, since the strength of the whole handle comes from that steel. And this design, people use it for skinning, for everyday carry, self-defense, carving, just pretty much everything you can really need a knife for, and it's just low profile. The extended handle allows you to rest your thumb here behind the behind the handle rather than on top of the blade, which is great for carving. Some people like to carve with their thumb behind something, and then you keep the blade free for those wood to kind of slide by. You can also, because it's got a full grip, you have so much purchase like this. If you're carving like that, you see you got that whole grip, and then even with quite large hands, it sticks out a little bit underneath, which is nice for that kind of blunt force work. Polished spines. So very, very happy with this design. It's come a long way. And it's come a long way in just a couple years. This batch finalizes this year. I made now 200 of these. I haven't counted how many I made here, but quite a few. And they're pretty consistent. It's pretty tricky, but it's quite rewarding work once it's done, and you have a decent inventory as a stock to send to stores and to keep you going. It's all hand grounded for now. We've reached out to a company to do the bevel grinding for us because that would make it even more consistent and even more sort of, just even more consistent, and then easier on my end where I can just focus on the handles and the sheaths and all that. It'll speed things up. But so far, this is like my most successful design, my most successful product. I haven't received any complaints. Everybody likes them. It's super versatile. And really, like, the motto for this knife is like, it's most of the time, it's more than you need, you know? And we do carry around pretty large knives, and most of the time we really don't need that large knives. Sometimes you just want to have a little blade that does a lot of heavy work. You can make a fire with this. It's a great bushcraft. You know, carving knives that are used in hobby carving, they're pretty short. They're very, very short knives like this, and they have very large handles. So, you know, it's like a tactical shank, carving knife, skinning knife. I've had combat medics order these in bulk. Big changes have occurred over the last couple years. The version 2, I had like 8 or 9 different colors for the sheaths and the handles, and that was just overwhelming for me. It was a sort of an extraordinary amount of work. You know, you make 20 knives and you really only have 2 for each color combination, and it's like, oh, and it was a never-ending difficulty. And so over part of that V2, part of that strategy was to find what is the best color combination that is really like the most, because I wanted to pick one color combo and just stick with it, and I didn't want it to be all black. I wanted to be, you know, have a little bit of spice, and the brown with the carbon Kydex black is just such a sick combination. It's very, you know, you look at this and this is very, you know, I've said it before, it's like very cigar house, whiskey room, cognac, gentleman, but it also, because it doesn't have any bright colors apart from the bead, it's, you know, it's got a camo. You can carry this on field. You can take it with you hunting, so, and stuff like that. So it's, and bushcrafting, it doesn't stand out, even though it stands out. It's like it stands out, but it doesn't stand out. It doesn't stand out in terms of color brightness, but it stands out in terms of like it's sophisticated. You see, I've also been creating a large lip around the Kydex, and that's so that you can push the Kydex off at any angle with your thumb, right? And if you want to stick it back on, you can also do that. So that's quite nice, having that swollen lip there. It makes it easier to sheath and unsheath as well. It does make it stick out more, but I haven't noticed that really as an issue. Very, very versatile, very lightweight. It's a lot heavier with the belt clip on, but overall, very happy with this design. And there we have it. I gotta untie this massive knot now that I created. But they really are quite a spectacular product. Very beautiful design, and very happy with how things how far things have come. You can see that's like your base design without the string, without the clip. Now the string and the clip are included in the price. It's just that I don't have any blue beads or pocket clips left. I'm waiting for those to come by mail, but this is very, very light. So, yeah, not much more to it than that, boys. I think it's done pretty well. And my goal So basically for the foreseeable future is to kind of focus as like a one product company and just make as many of these as possible. I have 503 blanks just arrived to continue working on more. So that's basically what I'll be doing and focusing on for the foreseeable future. And then the revenue from that, from all these scalpels, will be going into making the stainless steel version of the product and then the plastic injection molded version of the product. And then sort of have like a mass production version of the blade and then have a custom version of the blade. I think that when it comes to the plastic injection molded version, I'd like to stick to one steel, so I might keep it as stainless. So what I'm thinking, what I might do is have just the stainless for the plastic injection molded version, and the carbon is for the custom version, or something like that. Or the custom version has both choices, stainless and carbon, and then the plastic injection molded one, I think, will just be one of the steels. It'll probably be the stainless, just for the sake of it, because you know it's just keeping things simple when it's such a small operation. But yeah, how about that? How about that? How about that? How about that? Sick. You can hold it in a punch grip mode. The guys at CRKT taught me this. You can quite easily hold it in downward position, upward position, so very versatile little blade. Catch y'all next time.